Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Jay's Beer Review, and you asked and you shall receive. Once again, Jay is joining me for another beer review. So I actually got something really special for you today. See, part of being a beer reviewer is I've had so many great beers over my lifetime that now I'm trying to get beers that I can't get. Last time we did a review, it was like your first time doing a review. Now I'm stepping it up and we're putting the gas on full throttle because I brought you a top 20 beer in the world according to Ratebeer, and it is called Mikkeller Beer Geek Brunch by Mikkeller Brewery. And we're going to try this, and I've never had it, you've never had it, and we're going to see what a top 20 beer is like together.
I like it. That's something new, something special, so let's do it.
We both have no idea what to expect, other than that it's an oatmeal stout brewed with coffee.
So we'll be wide awake is what you're telling me.
And probably drunk because the alcohol percentage on it is 10.9, which is pretty heavy.
We're going to have some fun.
Mikkeller is a brewery out of Norway. And I hear they make some pretty interesting beers, so I myself have never even had a beer from Mikkeller, never mind this Beer Geek Brunch. Now the glasses today, we're going to have to deal with what we got. I'm at Jay's house, so he doesn't have quite as many collections I have, but we still have the Sam Adams Perfect Pint and the Coors Light with all the football teams.
I'm working on it. All
right, well, let's dive into it and give it a try. Whoa. All right, well, for starters, we do have a dimly lit porch here, but I can tell that the beer is very black.
Yeah, you can't see through that at all. That is solid black.
Absolutely. Stout black is what we sometimes call it. The head, I have over a 3-finger, nice foamy head. Looks like chocolate milk. You got a similar head as well.
It looks really nice.
Yeah. Looks like how beer should look.
I like it.
Let's give it a smell. I'll let you tell me what you smell.
You can definitely smell the coffee.
Absolutely.
It almost has a chocolate hint.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was going to say I smell more chocolate than I do coffee, but they're both there. And it has that real roasty smell too.
The aroma is really heavy and nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it smells rich.
Yeah.
You know, it smells like the minute you taste it, it's gonna really be sticking on your tongue.
Yeah, one of those smells where mouth-watering.
Yeah, yep. Well, let's give it a try. Cheers. What do you think?
I think that's outstanding. I think that is outstanding. The first thing I got was that chocolate.
Yeah.
And it is almost the head of it being so thick. Like you said, it's like a chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Naming it brunch was spot on.
Yeah.
Was spot on.
And I don't know if you've ever had an oatmeal stout.
No.
But oatmeal stouts tend to have that like chalky like residue that sticks on the tongue. And that's one of the things I got was that real chalky like residue mixed in with that chocolate flavor.
I agree.
The bitterness is pretty high though. You can definitely tell that bitterness is there.
Yeah.
And if I had any one bit of constructive criticism, and maybe as it warms it will change, is I don't taste the coffee so much.
That is very true.
I get more chocolate than I do coffee.
Yeah, I agree. The chocolate is much more prevalent and more present than the coffee. I think that the coffee, they could have did a little more with it and maybe made it a little thicker, more available.
Yeah, and that doesn't offset what we're tasting. It's still a phenomenal beer.
Without a doubt.
It's just throwing me off a little bit because I expected more coffee.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
It's still a great beer.
Oh, this is superb.
I love how it coats the back of the palate and smooth and easy.
Oh, yeah. One
thing we didn't talk about, because of the smooth, the drinkability, the smoothness, you don't even notice it's 10.9%.
Scary. That could be extremely dangerous.
Absolutely. Because next thing you know, you're like, oh, I'm fine, and you're falling down when you stand up because the beer's so strong.
Yeah, it's so true. So true.
But that's the way it is with good beers. Good beers, you don't recognize that alcohol percentage.
Yeah, you can drink more than one of these without a doubt.
And then afterwards pay for it.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go ahead and enjoy the rest of it, talk a little bit about it off camera, and get back to you in a few moments. All right, well, we're back. and we both have just a little bit of beer here. You've been kind of nursing that one there, huh?
I've been nursing. I've been savoring.
Savoring. Not nursing, savoring.
There you go.
Well, unfortunately, my wife got a hold of mine, and that's the only reason why I only have a little bit left.
She's a good woman.
And we're also running out of light, so we're going to go ahead and finish this up. But real quickly, what did you think, and did anything change as you drank it, and what's your overall impression?
As I drank it a little bit more, you got a little more coffee.
Okay.
You did get that wetness in the back of the palate, as you mentioned, and it is really a good beer. It really is. I mean, deserving of the top 20 so far that I've ever had.
Yeah. For me, what it was is, I mean, this was by far a very well-crafted beer. I grade my beers from anything from top-notch to as low as undrinkable. And obviously, this beer is going to score very high because it's an outstanding beer. The only problem I had with it is they call it an oatmeal stout brewed with coffee, which you're right. As it warmed, that coffee did come out a little bit. But chocolate still was the most dominating flavor I got.
I agree.
So, not that it's bad, not that I'm not satisfied, but a little misleading. Just a bit. And because of that, I probably won't give it a top score.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for like that really nice, rich coffee flavor. But it's still going to score very high.
I agree.
Either way, I can't disagree with you. It's still one of the top, in my opinion, 50 beers I've ever had in my life. And I was happy to get my hands on it since it's so hard to get. My wife actually had to go all the way to Vermont to pick this up. And it was my Easter present. So
there you go.
With that said, why don't we do a final chug and give our final thoughts and impressions?
Let's do it.
Cheers. Well, I'm going to go this time. I'm going to call this an excellent beer. Kind of reserved from calling it top-notch, mainly because the coffee was not as high as I thought, and the bitterness is a little high too. Not that that's bad, but I would like a little less bitterness, a little bit more coffee, but still thought it was an excellent beer. What about you?
I agree. Excellent beer. I think I'll also agree with the flavor of the coffee.
Yeah.
It was a little bit misleading on the description of what they said that it would be. Phenomenal beer. Obviously being a youngin', I'll say in the craft beer world, but definitely another level of teaching my palate to what to watch out for.
Yeah.
And how to pick apart the different things of it. And definitely an honor.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, we went from like a Trogs Dead Reckoning Porter, which is a very good beer, and then we just stepped it up a notch. We went from a beer that's I don't want to say mass-produced, but widely available to a beer that's very hard to get. So you definitely stepped it up, and it's interesting watching you develop as a beer drinker to find what to look for.
Yeah.
And we got about 6 more beers that we're gonna sample, and I'm gonna ask you if you can find those different things as well in those different beers. And we got some IPAs in there. We got some Belgian-style beers in there, so it'll be interesting.
Very, very nice. It's like you're my beer professor, I would say. So we're gonna definitely get through a couple more of those, and your wife's here, my wife's here. We're gonna have a blast, man.
Yeah, and we even got your wife to try a beer that she said she liked.
She actually has told me she hates beer, and this one, you found it. You nailed it.
I told you. Didn't I make a bet with you?
You did. You did. You got it.
Because the key point was it had to say beer on the label. And I gave, just for the viewers at home, the Belgian Framboise by Lindemans. And yeah, it's a wimpy beer, but it's a very good beer, and it's still beer.
Yeah, and you nailed it. She loved it. And I think this might be a beginning of a new friendship with me and her.
And trying different things.
There you go.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with trying to like stuff just to get her to like it and then moving up. So
yeah.
Anyway, I want to thank you again for coming on.
Jay, it is my pleasure.
We'll do this more often.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
The fans love you, so.
Well, I'm happy. I mean, I really think that you're taking the craft beer industry and community to another level. So I think that the show itself is going to really make a headway for a lot of new things coming.
Let's hope. I keep trying, so.
All right, brother.
Build small.
There you go.
So, until next time, thanks for watching.